Georgia U.S. Senator John Ossoff ramping up pressure on his Republican opponent, Mike Collins. Senator Ossoff held a news conference in Macon today.
He called on Collins to testify in a federal ethics investigation and release communications tied to the probe. Madison Ricks has the story.
Hey guys, nice to see you.
John Ossoff says one issue still deserves the spotlight: Mike Collins' refusal to cooperate with a federal ethics investigation.
I saw the stunning news this morning in the Washington Post that should shock the conscience of every Georgian, confirming yet more extensive ties between Congressman Mike Collins and white nationalism.
Ossoff says a former Collins staffer is accused of funneling taxpayer dollars to a girlfriend who did no work for the office, and the Office of Congressional Conduct has already recommended a subpoena.
Mike Collins needs to hold a press conference this afternoon.
And resign.
And he needs to release all of the communications that he continues to hide between his office and these white supremacists.
Ossoff says Collins dodged tough questions once already. A month ago, a healthcare press conference took a sharp turn.
My plan as your next U.S. Senator is to use my business experience to build on that record and make life more affordable, more safe, and more prosperous for every Georgian.
While Collins has already addressed his healthcare plans, Ossoff says Collins still hasn't answered if he paid a propagandist working out of his own property.
Do you all remember, I think some of you were there, when he ran away from the press conference? Were a few of you there with your cameras? At the time, he was being asked if he had paid the neo-Nazi propagandist based on his property. Still hasn't answered that question.
A group of state leaders stood behind Ossoff today. His message to Collins: the clock is running out. Reporting in Macon, Madison Ricks, 13 WMAZ News.
Senator Ossoff says he's not letting up until Collins answers those questions publicly. We've reached out to the Collins campaign about the ethics investigation. So far, they've not yet responded.